Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
We want to thank you all for joining us in studio for this very first episode of So What You Think. I'm so excited that you guys are here. You all have no idea all the messaging and things that have gone on behind the scenes trying to put this thing together, but we in here, okay? And we expect for some of you all to chime in sometimes. You think you might have some opinions on some things, then you raise your hand and I'm gonna give you a chance to say something also. We call this a topics show because the world is heavy enough right now and we want to talk about some things that make us laugh or make us think. Y'all down for that?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna jump right in. They're gonna make you wait. Ladies, y'all ready?
Ready.
Okay, all right. So here we go. Let's say you're married for 10 years, okay? You got 10 years into this thing, and your husband wants a postnup. He comes to you and he says, listen, the business that I started is very successful now, and I think it's gonna do well, and what I'm thinking is, in case anything happens down the line, maybe we should decide now how we wanna split things up. Would you sign such an agreement? So what you think?
I got questions.
You got questions?
I got lots of questions.
Lots of questions.
Because how you just gonna pop off on me out of the blue, talking about, should anything happen? What you planning, homie?
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Yes, yes.
That's all I'm saying. I'm all for being prudent, and being rational because I think we're all old enough to know we can't predict the future. You never know what's gonna happen. But just the way you coming at me with this, like it feels like you getting a little taste of success.
He was comfortable.
And you like.
He was comfortable with this question.
Right.
Like
now,
he don't know me like that.
Now you feel like, ooh, I got options now.
Yeah.
So I've got loads of questions before I even consider. It's just me.
She said she just got questions.
I got questions, lots of questions.
Kanisha, what about you?
Ooh, I was gonna ask. So, what would make you actually consider doing it?
Well, his logic, I'm not upset with his logic that, should something happen, like I said, we can't predict the future. We'd all love to think that we're going to get married and we're going to be together forever. Forever. Anyway, but we don't know that. Like when we're vowing till death do us part, for better or for worse, we really don't know what that is. We think we know. We're in our heads like, should you get hit by a bus? If you get stricken with cancer, I'll be there. And we just don't know what it is. And so I get it. I'm all for us being prudent because marriage is more than just a covenant. If you're religious, it's also a legally binding agreement. So I'm all for that.
So look, with that being said, it's kind of logical that because there are so many ups and downs in a marriage, that maybe he's like, okay, maybe we need, in case something go wrong or, whatever, maybe we should consider a postnup. I don't really necessarily think it's a bad thing.
I didn't say it was bad.
I
I just said I got
on
questions.
the 10 years prior.
Bring it back up a little bit. What you say?
I want to know what was going on the 10 years prior.
He was building his business.
And she wasn't there?
She had to be there.
She was invisible.
Well, I'm just saying. He just said he want to protect things.
I got
While they're in their right minds, let's decide how we would want to do it.
So I see it from the perspective of him not saying that something can happen or something will happen. Just in the event that we decide collectively this isn't working for us anymore, I want to make sure that you're taken care of as well as I am.
Then he needs to say that.
Girl,
I agree.
But what if what he brings to the table is not what you was thinking it was going to
See,
be?
then that's going to be the problem.
Well, that's why we need to have that discussion now.
That's why I got questions.
Right.
We need to have that discussion
Ron,
I
see
think
right
it's
away.
best.
questions.
I
You
think
got
it's
questions
best.
too? Yes.
Yeah, I think it's best to do it before Mad Day come, and we upset because then it's not fair.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about me now. It don't matter if it's mad day, happy day, sad day, glad day. I'm going to sign the paper because I'm getting 50%. I don't care what we're doing.
Period.
Bring the
Period.
paper in here and it's going to say half because if you go, the money will stay with me. It's going to stay with me. It's going to stay with me. That's all I'm trying to take. But but I mean, I wouldn't like it. But I mean, yeah, okay, bring it in here because if it don't say 50%, I ain't going to sign it.
That's right.
That's it. Would any of you all sign a Postnup after you're married?
That's a no.
No?
That is a
That would be a no.
no.
Everybody in the room
Did you
said,
raise your hand,
get
yes?
somebody else to do it.
See?
You would? Okay.
Yes, like you said, it depends.
Mm-hmm.
But I think of one year, Jordan, she didn't have no prenup.
Wait, say that again.
$1 million. She got $70 million.
Say that again.
I said it depends on what comes in. Yes, we should have been detected before we got into this. We should have thought of it the first day we decided to go on our own. But now, there's a lot of things. He could have someone else, I could have someone else, or thinking about somebody else. But I'm going to protect myself. But lots of people will not do it, but I would. Because I did not get anything from my marriage, so I know what it's like. So if I got married again, I would have that prenup before we get started.
Okay.
And then if we couldn't have done it then, during the marriage, somewhere in this time of marriage, 10 years you say?
10 years.
9 years, we would have had that prenup signed and ready, with me
Yeah.
getting a little bit more than half, because I did all the work while he was just sitting around.
But but like they said, when divorces come up, people are angry, they're mad, they're not thinking like they normally would, because they start fighting over the cat, the dog, and the cat litter. They fight over everything at that point. So I don't know. It may not be a bad idea, but like I said, I'm gonna get half, so we can sign it now, later. It don't make me no difference because the money gonna stay over here with me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So that's what we think on that one.
That's what we think.
That's what we
All
think.
right. All right. Well, here's another one for you guys. Let me see. The closer they got to the wedding, right? I don't want the guys to think I'm picking on you, but we girls, so we have to talk about it from the girl standpoint. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying women are not capable of the same things. 'Cause,
Welcome to the beauty shop.
Some of us be doing stuff too. But yeah, welcome to the beauty shop. Okay. So let's say that the closer he got to the wedding, he started having doubts about whether or not if it was a good idea, because they argue too much and never seem to find resolution. So 1 month before the wedding, he calls it off. And she and her family are going to sue him for the unrefundable money spent. Is that fair, or should you just cut your losses?
Oh, that's fair. He called it off. Yeah, that's fair.
Run that check?
Yeah, run the money on. Like,
You said,
I mean, listen, again, like I said, things happen, and I'd rather you call it off before we say I do, and we have all these issues that could have been resolved beforehand. So I get that. But you're still not absolved of the consequences of your actions.
well, let me add a layer to this, right?
Okay, go ahead.
What if she calls it off, right? And he bought you a nice ring.
Oh, you gotta give it back.
He $12,000 in for this thing. He went on, got you a pretty nice piece of the rock for what he could do. But he still got to make payments on it. He want his ring back.
You're supposed to give it back.
You gotta give it back.
You gonna give it back?
I might not.
Yeah.
She said, get somebody else to do
I done invested time in this thing. I got to think about this thing.
Etiquette says if you call
I
it
don't-
off,
who is
you
etiquette?
have to give the ring back.
Etiquette need to stay out of my business. I don't know.
Emily and her post.
I don't know. Now we'll probably give it
Emily
back.
Rose?
Especially since if he has to continue to make payments on. But now if he had pockets like that and he done paid for it, he don't need that back.
I mean, like, why you call it off though? Like,
Huh?
did he
yeah,
do
that's-
something
Huh?
that made you have to call it
Huh?
off? Cause I mean,
And his pockets
So
are
you're
deep and
saying
you're calling it off?
You're saying that if he
Who
did
does that?
something to call it off, you should keep the ring?
Yes.
Now that's a thought.
I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying should you decide to keep it?
That is a
Honestly.
breach of contract. I'm keeping the ring.
What do you men in the room think? Should
I'd
the
love
woman
to
get that
hear
ring back?
You ain't gonna say
what
yes.
these
Men,
men
don't all
think.
y'all speak at one
Should
time.
that woman get that ring back?
Gentlemen. Gentlemen.
They like,
Yeah.
I ain't going.
Yes.
Should the woman give the ring back?
Yeah.
Okay, if the man, let's say he cheated,
Kanisha
and
trying to keep that
engagement
ring.
is broken off, should she keep the ring? Then? Yes. I agree.
Breach
This
of
table
contract.
said, why would you want to keep
Because
the
I can
ring?
get the money.
It's a
for the-
consolation
pawn it.
prize. It's a
That's right.
They
consolation
can pawn it
prize.
and get the money.
He's still, resale value ain't gonna be
Ladies.
what he paid for.
Get the
Oh
money.
my
What
goodness.
y'all mean?
All right. So listen, y'all, we're gonna take a quick break here for cause for the pause, and then we're gonna come right back and continue with So What You Think. What y'all think? Yeah. We're back for our next segment here, and so now we're going to talk about internet love, right?
90 days?
Yeah.
Fiancé?
No, but I'm saying,
Love
look,
after lockup?
listen to this
Favorite
though.
kind of love.
You know how when you go on Facebook and you see somebody done found a new love, right? And then you like, ooh, they in love, ooh, they in love. And then they show you the first date, the second date, we went here, we went there. And you know you taking sides. I like her, I don't really like him. You done checked out his page, her page. You know we making judgments because we getting involved too, right? Am I wrong? Am I by myself?
Yeah.
But here's what I'm thinking. Do you think the people should update us when they done broke up too?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we invested. Now, this is all of our relationships.
Everybody.
Yes.
We
We
involved.
all need to know what's
I
happening.
hate when people do that. Then they want to get all private and quiet, and I'm trying to. Then I gotta go through all your stuff trying to figure out who mad that they unfriend each other. You know.
Playing private investigator.
They're being passive aggressive in their posts, and you're like, ooh,
Oh yeah.
something happened. Ooh, what is afoot?
Ooh.
Go back, delete all his pictures.
Yeah.
I disavow any knowledge.
And then they leave us to piece it together and make our own story and scenario. It's probably far more interesting what we think it is than what actually happened.
No, it's
Usually.
probably more interesting what happened.
Yeah.
It's probably more interesting what
That's why
happened.
they don't want to post it.
Exactly.
But we don't know.
Am I the only one that does that? Any of y'all ever done that? Yeah.
Everybody do it.
You want to know. So do you think people should just keep their relationships off Facebook? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Keep
yes.
it off.
Yeah.
Everything ain't for the internet.
It's
Yeah.
not, but I just feel like if you're going to do it, I'm all for making informed decisions, right? If
Right.
you know you going public with this, hey, bae, y'all tagging each other and everything, then you already have to know that you're building an audience for that, right?
Right.
So when you break up, you can't pull the, we ask that you respect our privacy at this time. Like,
Privacy.
right, you ain't got no privacy, because now
But you know
you're
what?
giving it all to us.
Then they start talking about how, it's their business and people be in their business and everything
But
they
you
business.
put-
You invited us.
Making subliminal
You
posts.
sent invitations.
About people asking questions. What you
You
think
want to
people
know
gonna do?
something? Ask me.
And this is why I do not allow anyone that I'm interested in to follow me on social media.
Come what now?
Mm-mm.
He can't be on your Facebook page?
No, because who I am on Facebook, you might not like. I'm a little different in real life.
Period.
I'm real extra.
Well, wait a minute.
Real extra
Does your
on social-
Facebook tell somebody something about you for real, though?
I
Can
mean, there have
somebody
been-
really judge you?
Ask Jennifer.
I don't know.
Okay, let me say this. I am as true to myself on social media as I am in real life. So you'll get more info and intel on me by just being around me.
Okay.
What you get on Facebook is bits and pieces. It doesn't tell the whole story. So I don't even go into their social media. I don't care. I don't care what you do. I don't care who thinks you're interesting. I don't care who thought your outfit was cute.
I do.
I don't. I don't.
What
I
if he
do.
like a Kevin Samuel light or Andrew Tater? Like,
Huh?
I
you
would.
not-
I would know that. I would pick up on that personality trait.
You know what? Sometimes people don't give in real life what they give on Facebook.
But that's
you
because
can
they-
be whoever you want on the internet.
They get the
So
edited
maybe
version.
not.
But sometimes what they give on the internet is not who they are.
That's
It's
what I'm
the
saying.
editing.
That's why I don't want to see it. It's
Now,
not who they really
I
are.
agree with that because I'm going to blow y'all mind. I'm going to tell y'all something for real here, right? I really am shy. That's true. And an introvert. But would you think that
Same.
when you see me on Facebook up here? Nah, because I go push myself to go do it. But I really am just, I'll be, after this, I'll be like,
And when you're out with your guy, he's like, what happened to the perky person that was on the internet?
yeah.
What?
She shy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why
not shy,
I don't
but
give
I'm
you
an
that.
introvert, and most people from my social media are like, "Yeah, the life of the party," and I'm like,
But Sharice, though, if I'm dating somebody, I'm be on that Facebook page.
I'm not. I don't.
"Yeah, I'm
She gonna invest.
gonna be on there."
Instagram,
See, I've
TikTok,
learned that when I go
Twitter,
seeking, I find.
Snapchat.
And
YouTube.
I don't want to find. I like
I
being
wanna find.
conveniently ignorant.
I don't want to be.
I don't have a
I
problem
want
with
to
that.
see it all.
I just
need
want to
to
see what's
know.
going on.
I'm like E40. I want it all.
When I wanna
Them
know,
socks
I'll
and
find
drawers.
it.
Let me see it all. Like,
You know what? But there was a question later on. I might as well piggyback in here now, though, which was, is it okay with you if your mate doesn't put you on their Facebook page ever?
No,
Ever?
absolutely
No.
not.
You don't mind ever?
No.
that's such a
Red
nuanced
flag.
question.
As long as the check's
You
clear,
gonna see
I
me.
don't care what
No, you gonna
goes
see me.
on in Facebook.
You'll see me somewhere on
See,
there.
it's
As
such a
long as the
nuanced
check's clear.
question because, like we were just saying, like some people are perpetrating one thing for social media than what they are.
I just
in
need
real
people to
life.
know he not no bird of prey. That's what I need you to know. He's not no bird of prey. He's spoken for, ma'am. Thank you.
Well, when he takes his pictures and posts them on Facebook, I'll be in the background
This me
like
and
this.
him together on the picture. Hello. I don't have to be in the profile picture, but I'm gonna be on that page.
Oh yeah, I'm
somewhere.
gonna be on the page.
Yeah. I thought you said you didn't want him on your page.
No, I said I'm going to be in the pictures.
Oh, okay.
On the page.
Okay, but you don't have to be.
I don't
a
have to
part
be
of his
there.
page. Yeah.
Mm-mm. And I'll just have somebody else go check his page for him real quick. Tell me what's up.
Andrea, what about you?
I don't think.
He don't have to be on
It's-
there.
He doesn't have to, but it shouldn't be ever. Like, at some point, I need to be introduced.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what I would never
People need to know who I
participate
am.
in is that thing where people only show his arm or the back of his head.
Or they blur out the face.
Girl, where they do that at? I ain't doing that.
That's a side piece move.
That's one
the,
thing. You ain't about to arm me.
That's the side piece move. You're not supposed to be Deborah Cox. Nobody's supposed to be here.
But you know what? But that don't make sense though because they still see you with somebody. I don't know. It never made sense to me.
But
to
you
do
know
that.
what?
It's the
When
side
somebody
piece move. If y'all
when
booed
men
up
got
and
somebody,
cuddled
though,
up
that's
like
when they
this,
more interested.
She want a picture so badly, so she just gonna be like, forearm action. Like it's something to make you feel better. Like I'm not saying I would do it, but I'm just saying that's what it is.
But these men out here tell you, y'all know I'm not telling no tale. When you by yourself, ain't nobody thinking about you.
Never.
The minute you partner up, everybody think you cute.
You know, that's what Jermaine Dupri said. That's why he cheated on Janet Jackson.
He was crazy.
He said,
Who cheats on Janet Jackson?
Listen, we all.
Who looks
Jermaine.
like Jermaine Dupri and cheats on Janet Jackson?
That part.
I wasn't gonna say it out loud.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but everybody was thinking it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said that was the thing. He said before he got with Janet, nobody was really.
Checking
Even with
for
him
him.
being Jermaine Dupri, women weren't like.
Nobody was
He
checking
got
for
with Janet,
Jermaine.
and women were.
You know the reason why I think men are more interested after they in a relationship is because it signals to women that he must be all right. Mm-hmm.
Especially after you
yeah.
clean them up.
He must be. Oh, he funny. Oh, he funny. I didn't know he was funny.
And
You know?
depending on the woman and the like, since I'm going with Jermaine Dupri, I'm not trying to pick on Jermaine Dupri, but everybody loves Janet. So for him to be with Janet Jackson, everybody's like, he must be amazing. If
pull her.
Janet,
Right.
Demita Joe, Miss Nancy Jackson chose him. So I can see a lot of women being like, well, I want to know too. I want to know what it is. It's the
Right.
same reason like how you see men sometimes like pander by using their kids. Like, you know, the dude who's, I'm just trying to be, I'm out here trying to be a good daddy. And you know, all the pictures of him with his kid. Because women are like, oh, he's such a good
father.
Yeah, so it's that.
You look like you was about to say something. You trying to hold back?
Say it. Say it.
Ain't got nothing.
Speak your mind.
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Well, going back to what you were saying earlier, I believe that love is natural.
Okay.
So it will show up on Facebook eventually.
I will.
If that person loves you enough, you'll be in that picture.
I'm gonna be in
You don't
there.
have to worry about it. It'll come naturally.
I'ma tag you. I'ma be in
If it's
there.
a lady or a man, it
Tag y'all
doesn't
in
matter.
there.
And
They're
to
gonna
be
show up,
honest,
you
to
know.
be honest, most of that is because either person, they need validation.
Okay.
It's not always because I want somebody to know that I'm here.
Right.
But they need validation. And if we're being honest, I know as women, that makes us feel good to be acknowledged, right?
Absolutely.
That's the difference in somebody saying, this my friend and this my girlfriend. This my friend, this who? Okay.
Friend.
Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all, we're going to take another break for the cause, and we'll be back with another segment of So What You Think? Well, here's a question, ladies, since all of us are over 21 now, I think, right?
Speak for yourself.
Okay. All right, girl. I know, girl. I said 25 for 25 years, and I have to bump it up to 30 now, so I'm 30. Okay, is cheating, does it have to be a deal breaker for you at this point in life?
It is for
Yes?
me.
Yes, it is.
She couldn't wait.
Not for me.
Yes.
No?
I'm gonna get my lick back though.
Get my lick back.
Petty boots.
In no circumstances, it's not a deal breaker.
It depends on if he is emotionally attached to this person. If he's emotionally attached, there's really not much I can do with that.
Men are rarely emotionally attached.
So-
When they
and that's-
cheat, they be on something else.
And that's why it wouldn't be a problem for me, because I know if the bills are paid,
Who said that?
if the bill,
What
we coming
happened?
back to you, so be ready. If the bills are paid, he's never shown any signs of abuse to me, mental, spiritual, physical. In all things that we do, he presents very loving and concerned about how I live day to day. If he cheated, he cheated. We'll get over it. Keep paying the bills.
Don't do it again.
Now, I was going to say, is that
Don't-
once?
Right, that's my thing. Like, if he's cheating, that's an integrity issue. So how do you even move forward trusting that he's not going to do it again?
At my age, that's really not a concern for me. I
So
don't care.
then do you just want to just have an open relationship?
Sure, that's why I'm
Okay.
getting my lick back. Yeah.
You know what? I think I kind of agree with Sharice a little bit.
Huh?
I think I kind of agree with you a little bit.
Yeah. We could do an open relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, if you're gonna do an open relationship, fine, but don't cheat because those are two separate issues for me. This is now more than just.
I'm trying to see where they do that at. Hold on.
But let's get back to the
over here.
gentleman.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Let's get back to the gentleman over here that has something to say. You thought I forgot? You thought I forgot?
What would you like to know?
Well, I'm saying, okay, here's what I would.
First,
Yes, yeah, okay. He said he wants to say something up here.
that's why I believe it shouldn't be a deal breaker because
Get him the mic.
I'm talking from the
Wait, hold on. Start again for me.
culture.
Start again for
Take
me.
the mic.
I say here's why I believe it shouldn't be a deal breaker, because for me, and I'm talking from a different culture. I'm African, and I know that there's lots of men who are very committed to their wives or something of that sort, but at the same time, somewhere along the line, the man may end up having an affair or something of that sort. But like she rightly said, if everything she's taking care of you, everything is working out, it shouldn't just be just because of that one cheating. If you end up leaving the guy, you may end up regretting that, because the man will still love you just because he had one affair.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You hold that mic.
And
So
statistics
what if the
show.
wife was doing the cheating?
What if the wife is doing the cheating?
Yes.
I was going to say, that's what I want to know. I want to know from the men in the audience.
I'm glad you asked that question, because I do ask like whenever I go home to Africa, I ask my brothers, those of them who are married and so forth, what if the woman is doing the cheating? And they feel like, oh, a woman's place is not to cheat. Because, but at the same time, all I'm
It
saying
ain't
is
just
that
in Africa, let me
it
tell
has
you.
to be, there could be so many factors, and I'm saying that just because a guy cheats once, and then you hear about it and say, okay, I'm done with you, I think that's wrong. Yes, maybe there's more to the story.
She said,
Right enough.
She said, Sister said, pass her that mic. She want to tell you something.
I think this young lady on the end,
It's on.
it's on, just talking.
said that she would not leave. I don't know why. You're just a kept woman. Because he kept you. That's why he's doing all those things for you. so he can keep you quiet, so he can go out and do what he want to do.
Kept woman.
That's what they do.
But kept women don't always get the emotional,
Yes, they do.
not all, not.
He does
if they're-
everything she needs.
Everything you're speaking on the bills and all of the other things,
No,
but I don't
love,
know,
he-
I don't know a lot of kept women who have the emotional support.
What does kept mean?
A kept
It means
woman
that they
means-
pay for you to.
No. You are his wife, but in your mind, you're his wife, but to him, you're the woman that he's gonna keep quiet, he's gonna give you everything you want to keep you at home.
No, I'm not gonna keep quiet.
He's gonna give you kids if you ask for, he's gonna take you on vacation, but he already taken his girlfriend there first, and he's gonna come back and take you later. I had too many clients, that's what happened. And that's what we call, in my profession, a kept woman. That's what you are, you're a kept married woman to your husband.
I disagree.
That would be something. But
I
I will say this about that subject. Whether if a person cheats on you, you still got to forgive them, whether if you stay or you go.
That's right. 'Cause
You
it's
better
for
what now?
yourself.
Because I'm not going to be
You have to
tethered to
forgive.
what you did
Because
if I
forgiveness
leave.
is
I
for
still got to
yourself.
forgive you. So I figure if I forgive you, I can stay and try to work it out and see if it can happen. Because sometimes men do crazy things. Sometimes y'all wake up on a Tuesday and just do some stupid stuff for whatever reason. It can happen. I'm just saying do some crazy stuff. But that being the case, if it's something that looks like it's going to become a pattern, then I couldn't deal with that. But if it was something that happened, person made a mistake, I got to forgive you anyway in order to move on. So I might as well see what it is before I walk out my house from all this good pension up in here and 401ks and things we done built up in here. I done told y'all
So are we
half that stuff is going
classifying
with me.
cheating as like a one-night stand, or are we one long-term
Whatever it
affair?
is. Well, now,
Whatever
wait
it
now.
is.
If you,
No,
now,
see,
well,
I
Well,
think
she
that's
said it
now,
can't
if
be.
you done went on
Yeah,
and
that's
on
too
with
much.
it, that's a whole relationship.
So
Right.
we talking about cheating as in like a one-night stand.
Just a one
Not,
time.
yeah,
Not a
it's
pattern.
just something happened, and then will you forgive them to stay? Because some people would just pack up and go. Well, see, now that's
Mother said
this
there's
is
never no one
this is
time.
wisdom speaking on the other end of the table, so I can't argue with that.
He cheats all the damn
See,
time.
well, that's
no.
my issue.
We don't know what you
At
call.
that
Family show.
But see, that's my point. At that point,
I don't think it's just he
trust
got
is
caught. He got caught.
that's my
That's
point.
why you
At
know
that
about
point,
it.
trust is broken. So, and like more times than not, if he cheated, he's not going to tell me, which means I'm going to find out without him telling.
Well, isn't there a difference between being a cheater and
Cheating.
you cheated? Like, is
But
that
that's
just
my
what you
question.
do,
Like,
or-
what are we defining as cheating? Because, like I said, either way, if you cheated, and again, you're not, more times than not, you're not going to tell me. You're not going to come home like, baby, look, I messed up.
Somebody
This what
might.
happened. There are a few times that it does happen, but
I
more
just
often than
know
not.
I ain't gonna be quick to walk off of my house and my stuff. I ain't going nowhere that fast. Not because I'm saying it's okay for you to do nothing, because it all depends.
I think it
all
depends
depends.
on a lot
I
of
better
stuff.
bring y'all away from this, because somebody gonna end up divorced if I don't. If I don't pull away, y'all may be trying to meet each other in the parking lot after this here. I can't. We ain't got no insurance to cover us for all that. Here's a question about something that's more modern based, right? What do you think about your kids calling you by your first name? Now, some of y'all are young out here. Do y'all call y'all
Get
mama by
somebody
their first
else to
name?
do
No,
Daddy by their first name?
no.
No.
I don't like that.
I don't like kids, period, calling me by my first name.
I call my mama by her first name all the time. Her first name, Mama. That's what I call her. I don't know my mama first name. What is her name? Do you know my mama? I wish I would have rolled up in that house and said, Essie, I got to tell you and Jim something. After I came out of that coma.
But it could be a generational thing. Like
Yeah.
I have family members, and depending on how they were raised prior and prior, they do call them. We have a classmate, Tina. All of her children call her Tina,
Oh, wow, okay.
right? Because before them, that's what they did.
What they did, yeah.
So I think it just
I know
depends
some families
on-
do that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying for me, and I don't have any kids, but if I had kids,
My mother is one of 10
don't come in
children.
here and use my government name.
My mother is one of 10 children. She has 6 sisters and 3 brothers. And there's only one sister whose children call her by her first name and their father by their first name. When I'm joking with my mom, I'll call her IJ because those are her initials. But more times than not, I call her mother
Okay.
when I want something.
Yeah, that's my mama name, Mama. That's her name.
Mother or
My
mom.
daughter went through a brief period where she started calling me by my first name, but it was because she had pieced together everybody was calling me by my name, and she was like, "Oh, that's your name." So I remember like trying to break her from it. Whenever I would go, "Little girl, what's my name?" She would go, "Janice." Like, and I had to stop. Like, well, she's right. That is my name. So then I had, okay, yes, that's my name to everyone else, but to you, my name is mom, mommy, mother, however you want to do it. But that's my name to you. And then she got it, and it was like, oh, okay. But I really just think it's like, because whenever we talk about respect for those of us who grew up not being able to call our parents anything other than, you know, mom, dad, or even the adults around us having to put Miss or Mr., that to us signifies respect. But a lot of time the respect boils down to, what does that person want to be called?
Right.
If mom and dad don't want to be called mom and dad, then it's not respectful to call them mom and dad.
I think every family has the right to define that for themselves, really. I'm just saying, if I had some, my first name, Mama. My second name, get that belt if you didn't understand it. Okay.
Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, we called my grandmother by her first name. We called her Mama Eileen.
Okay.
And most of the people in the community call her Mama Eileen.
Mama.
But mama is on there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on there, yeah.
We'll do this one quickly, and then we have a "So What You Think," dear "So What You Think" letter, you know, so y'all can get in somebody's business, okay? All right. Because, you know, every now and then we need to get in your business. If somebody surprised you with a wedding proposal and you was dating, I mean, you like him, but you didn't know if you don't quite know if you feeling, you know, marriage quite yet, but he surprised you in a big way with a big party. Surprise! He says, "Will you marry me?" Would you say yes?
Don't do that.
In the moment, just so you don't embarrass him? Or would you say no? Or how would you handle that?
Don't do that.
In the moment.
My heart would have to be there. I would have to really love this person.
But you're not quite there yet, but he's
Okay,
proposing.
if I'm not quite there yet, I can't do it.
You can't do it.
I would say yes and then break it off later.
I was gonna say.
Wait, say that again.
I would say yes and then I would break it off later.
Privately.
Privately.
And we're gonna be on Facebook
Not
waiting to talk about it. Then
Then everybody gonna see.
Okay, what you
And
say?
then we're gonna go quiet.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you plan this, that means you have my family and friends, and all of those people know what it is. So
They might have told him don't
They're
do
not
it.
gonna
He did
tell,
it
but
anyway.
nobody's really gonna tell him that.
Sometimes people don't listen.
Yeah, that too.
I'm saying no. I got questions. Why?
Janice always got questions.
Why? I ask a lot of questions because I'd like to understand. I don't want to assume that you and I, like what I think and know is the same as what you know. You know, so I'd like to be clear. So I got questions. Bro, why? Why you do this?
Yeah.
Who told you to do this?
Let
What
us
made
get-
you think this was a good idea?
Look,
You
let
like
us
you
get
say
a
you
bit-
got all my people out here. Nobody told you this was a bad idea.
Let's get up into
But at
this.
the-
Let's
but
get up
in the
into
moment.
this. Wait a minute, y'all.
In
Let's
the
get up
moment,
into this, dear. So what you think? Because I don't want us to run out of time, right? Okay. So it's dear. So what you think? This weekend, my girlfriend and I had our first big argument. I got tired of going back and forth, and frankly, of the argument, so I stopped talking to her. Y'all know we don't like that, but okay, anyway. That upset her, and she got even angrier and left my house and yelled, "Don't ever call me again." But I did call her, even after she had called me horrible names. She threw the jewelry that I had brought her back at me, slammed the door, and left. I tried to call her, but she never did answer the phone. And 2 days later, I changed my status to single, and that made her call me. And she said I was wrong for doing that. She was the one that said it was over. So was I wrong to change my status to single?
No.
So what you think?
No. He's single.
They are both immature and they both single.
That part.
So would you be mad if you had a big argument and you said, "It's over, don't never call me no more," and then he beat you to the punch and changed that status?
See, first of all,
Remember,
I would do that.
I won't be on his
not the
Oh,
Facebook.
you won't be on his Facebook?
No way.
Just for that
said
reason.
what?
I would. So when you're arguing, the last thing you want to do is start throwing out ultimate, decisions like that. Oh, it's over, it's quit. Because one, you've got to either follow through with it, or you've got to be prepared to deal with the fallout of what that happens. So let's say you're just saying that in anger, like in this case, and now you're mad that he took you at your word. So let's say y'all stay together, you just gonna keep throwing that in every time y'all get mad at each other, it's quits? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, if you mad, just have the good sense to say, you know what, I'm too angry to talk to you right now. Let's
And
cool
just
off.
come
I'm
back
gonna go
later.
back to my house. Let's reconvene tomorrow.
I
at
had
2,
condensed
3,
that
4,
out of here,
whatever.
but he did mention that he said that he felt that was a signal to him that this is the way that she's going to be handling things, that he didn't like that. He thought maybe I better bag out because
He's right about that, yeah.
yeah.
He's right.
Okay,
He's
but
absolutely
that's
right.
one of the things about everything is not for the internet. Why you gotta go say you single on the internet?
Because you changed
Single,
your
you
status.
single. Okay. But what?
Well, you got to change it. How we going to be in the business if you don't change it?
Everything is done for the internet.
He ready to get back out there.
She didn't answer the phone for 2 days. She said it was over.
He didn't want to
She
cheat.
didn't answer
He
her
didn't
phone.
want to cheat on her.
Just to make her mad.
He
2
don't want
months.
to cheat.
He was ready to go.
He ready. He like, you know
He
what?
was like, girl, thank
best
you,
way to get
child.
over somebody is get under
did
Somebody else, yeah.
What?
That's the word.
Ain't that what they say?
That's the
What'd you
word.
That's what they say.
What you
Best
say?
way to get over somebody is to get under.
No, you
Somebody
can't do that. You can't do that.
So I
You
heard.
can't do that.
I'm not saying that's what I
You know what?
That's the word on the curve.
In the next taping, what we're gonna do after this, we have to let you all know that there's something like that comes up about breaking up and getting right back into a relationship. Listen, y'all, we doing more than topics. We fixing lives. We helping people, and we ain't even charge nothing. So, sir, don't change your status in 2 days. Give it 2 months before you change your status. Thank you all so much for being here at this first taping of So What You Think. We appreciate you so much, and I hope you hang around for the next taping. All right.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh, say
mind?
what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your
Share
mind?
what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind? Hey.
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.